Hello my darling sisters. I want to talk in this video again about the wounded feminine, and I want to talk in a very deep way, and this video is going to be about abuse, and I want to come at it from a completely kind of different angle and talk about it in the context of how it affects us inside. And I want to bring health and wholeness to our understanding. So I know this is going to be emotive and difficult to kind of hear, but I really want us to stay with it, because I believe that what I'm going to say is going to bring us to a new understanding in a new place. So although this is kind of my trigger warning, at the same time I want us to kind of get over that hump and embrace some of the things that are on my heart to say, because I'm going to say some new things that may be helpful to you, and I hope that they are. But just so that you know, this is what I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so I just want to, first of all, I want to say that I love you and I hear you, and I want to hold you in this place, because all of us have been wounded in the feminine, as we talked about that before. But some of us, and a great many of us, have been wounded in our feminine beyond all measure, because we've experienced some kind of physical / sexual abuse. And we've been through some horrific things, and I really want to say that I understand how that affects us in our inner she. And what has happened is that we have been in a position where someone has come along and they have taken from us something that we did not consent, for their own personal means, their own gratification, their own reasons, and that has damaged us. It's damaged us to the end of the earth. And I know, I absolutely know, that has been a very difficult thing for us to bear and to carry in our life. And I believe that because we are coming together now and we are raising and we are rising as a sisterhood, that we need to stand together and we need to help each other who have been through this to really kind of rise and to come to a new understanding. So what is actually happening in a spiritual context when we've been in that place where somebody has taken that from us? Because that's really what it is. They have made a transaction with us to take from our souls something that we have not consented. And that really is the basis of which that this feeling of violation comes from. I mean, the physical aspects are one thing, and and people will say very insensitive things like time is the healer, or pull your socks up and you can work through this and you can get over it, and all of those things. And that might be true, that might well be true on a physical level, and we can come away from our situations. And I pray to God that if you are currently in a situation which is at this level of abusive nature, that you get yourself out, and find a way to remove yourself, because this is no longer where you should be. And my heart is just for you 100%. But what is happening over these times of abuse is that we've encountered a soul killer who takes from us again and again and again. In some cases, it may not be just a one-off thing. It might be a repeat thing, again and again and again and again. And what's happening all of the time that this abuse is going on is our feminine is being squashed out of us. Our feminine inner core is being squashed down, I want this to be a new day where we will not stand for this anymore, of course, but we will actually deal with ourselves in the mix when we found ourselves in this deep wounded place. And what I need to kind of share with you on my heart on this is that we look at this in a different way, in a kind of an overview way. And I want to say that when the abuser has come and done these horrible things, that person has made an unwanted transaction, not only with us, but with the universe also. They have operated in their kind of free will to take from another person. And that is really their business to deal with before the universe of love and light. And in that context, that is nothing to do with us. Nothing at all. That is their business. What we now have to do is we have to look at this from the perspective of how we can change our thinking on it in our inner she. So what I want us to do is come to a place where we turn our inner she around and look at this differently. And we come to a place where we understand that the universe has sent us on a divine mission and a divine purpose. And before all of these abuses occurred in our life, we had a transaction of our own, a commitment, a kind of arrangement with the universe of our own, where the universe sent us. And that is what we need to come to, because that commitment by the universe, that decision for us to be sent, is way, way bigger than any situation of abuse. And no abuser can ever take that divine connection that we have with our universe away from us. All they can ever do, and what they have done, is they've squashed it down, okay? They've dampened us down in our soul. So what we now have to do is we have to bring us up. We have to birth ourselves, grow ourselves from the inside out. And part of the way we can do that, I feel, is to look at ourselves in a different way. And for me, I want to say that I look at myself in a way in which the universe looks at me. Now, if the universe is made of love and light and life, then when I was created, those are the things that have been poured into me: love and light and life. And so that is my original platform, my original basis, my original agreement with the universe. And it is so much bigger than any abuser can ever take from me. Can't take that away. That arrangement and that agreement still stands. And I want to regrow it and rebirth it and redefine me in it. Because the universe and me, it's kind of like an envelope, okay? It's just an envelope that I sit inside. And I am not going to be in a place where any abuser defines who I am in my inner she. That's my job. I'm going to define who I am in my inner she, okay? And so we've got to come to this new understanding and turn that thing around inside and look at it in a different way. And this is what I wanted to bring to our table today. And I know that this is hard to hear because our emotions around this are extremely valid. You know, our hurt, our rage, our anger, our anxiety, our hatred even. Those things are valid feelings, and they need to be worked through. But I don't want me to ride on those feelings. I want me to ride in a place of love and light, don't I? Oh, I hope I do. I really hope I do. And so I've got to do the heart work to change me. And I've got to kind of let that situation, that abusive situation, just be over there somewhere. That is to do with my abusers, nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. That is their responsibility in front of the universe, and I have to kind of let that go. It's over there. It doesn't define me anymore, and I don't want it to define me anymore. And that's not its rightful place. So this is really what I wanted to bring to the table, and I know that you've got loads more things that you probably want to say about all this, and I want us to have a discussion where appropriate. And it may well be that if you want to PM me, that's absolutely fine. If you want to get your journal out and really do some heart work on this, and really kind of work out where your heart is and all of these things, then just go for it. And I'm just so privileged to be part of your healing journey. You see, we need a sisterhood that stands together and is raised together. We've got a job to do, sisters. We've got a job to do in changing the world. And I feel that all of these things that have come against us individually hold us back, and we can't quite move into our rightful space and place because of these horrible things that have come in our life. And we need to really, really deal with some of these things so we can raise up ourselves, and of course we can raise up our daughters. And this is what it's all about. And I want to see each and every one of us come into that place of health and wholeness and healing and standing. And I want to see each one of us walking in our divine purpose, because this is the right thing to do before the universe. It's the right thing to do, and I just want to see us in that place. So my heart goes out to you, and I love you, and I just want to bless you.